ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतेरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। मम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादि पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Canto 1, Chapter 5, verse 23. अहं पुरातीत भवे भवं मुने दास्यास्तु कस्याश्चन वेदवादिनां निरूपितो बालक एव योगिनां शुश्रूषणे प्रावृषि निर्विविक्षताम्. O Muni, in the last millennium, now starts. Narada Muni is now describing his past. O Muni, in the last millennium, I was born as the son of a certain maid servant engaged in the service of Brahmanas who are following the principles of Vedanta. When they were living together during the 4 months of the rainy season, I was engaged in their personal service. Purport. The wonder of an atmosphere surcharged with devotional service to the Lord is briefly described herein by Sri Narada Muni. The atmosphere surcharged with devotional service. What is, how do we, what What atmosphere are we talking about here, which was surcharged with devotional service? Mm. He was the son of the most insignificant parentage. He was not properly educated. Still, because his complete energy was engaged in the service of the Lord, he became an immortal sage. Such is the powerful action of devotional service. The living entities are the marginal energy of the Lord, and therefore they are meant for being properly utilized. They are meant for being properly utilized in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. When this is not done, one situation is called Maya. Therefore, the illusion of Maya is at once dissipated as soon as one's full energy is converted in the service of the Lord instead of in sense enjoyment. So, so clearly, the following the principles of Vedanta means Prabhupada is making it clear that they were devotees. So there was a devotional atmosphere and there was devotional service. And when they were living together during 4 months of the rainy season, Chaturmasya, he was engaged in their personal service, and they were devotees engaged in devotional service. Right? So, because his complete energy, so please note here. So, personal qualification of that boy, nothing. Son of most insignificant parentage, not properly educated. So that was his path. That was his background. But because his complete energy, so this is what we want. Complete energy was engaged in the service of the Lord. He became an immortal sage. So how do we give complete energy to Krishna? Uh, so this is what we should be contemplating. Like we said multiple times that when we are in Grihastha ashram, taking care of the family needs is also part of our responsibility. But it has to be done in a Krishna conscious environment, Krishna conscious way. Of course, all of us are in different situations and we have our own struggles to whatever extent practically possible, such that it doesn't rock the boat. I'm saying it doesn't rock the boat. We should try to keep ourselves as much as possible engaged in service of the Lord. Hmm. So this complete energy is important. If we have the freedom to use all our energy for Krishna, then we should use. Right? So which could be simple, like just simple prerequisite, like everybody in the house is favorable to bhakti. Then we should not waste our energy doing useless things. Then we should use all our energy in Krishna's service. If situation is not very favorable, then yeah, we will do whatever else is required, which might not be directly devotional service, but just as a matter of duty for the pleasure of Guru and Krishna. That's all. And that is also becomes devotional service if we are in that mood. So overall, our complete consciousness uh, must be to remain engaged in the service of the Lord. Actually, I was just thinking this chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, is such a powerful process that in spite of wherever we are, whatever we are doing, we can always be engaged in the service of the Lord. Mm. Nothing can prevent us. Nobody can stop us, right? Because we can keep chanting in our mind. That is why Prabhupada said, that this chanting, while initially, the time of initiation, what vow do we take? At the time of initiation, we don't take vow to chant 16 rounds because then, what vow do we take at the time of chanting? Anybody is aware? We take some vows at the time of chanting. Yeah, at the time of initiation.
Uh, mi- Minimum
Nobody
16
knows.
rounds. Prabhuji, minimum 16 rounds.
Yeah,
We
minimum 16 rounds. So we don't say it's not 16 rounds. Because if we say 16 rounds, and then if we chant 17 rounds, it becomes Guru Ravagya, right? So it's minimum 16 rounds. That means we cannot do less than that. And at the end of the life, as we make progress, actually it should become all the time Satatam Kirtayanto Mam. Right? All the time we should be chanting. Because that is what is eventually required. So, yeah, in the earlier stage, other activities are done so that because we don't have taste for chanting. But eventually, we should get to the state of constant chanting, right? Then, when we are constantly chanting, our complete energy can be engaged in the service of the Lord. And such is the powerful action of devotional service. Mm. So, when we don't do this, when we don't engage in transcendental loving service, our situation is called Maya. So Maya is not external. Maya is internal. Maya is just our desire for sense gratification. We don't have to point fingers at at the situations, etc., saying that Maya attacked me. There's nothing outside. It's all inside, right? It's just our mind and our desire. If the as soul we desire sense gratification, mind will act in that direction. So we'll get stuck with Maya. Uh, Many times we've discussed this also. We situations happen and we think, oh, because of that situation, I fell down. Situation did not make us fall down. Uh, our desire to fall down made us fall down. That's all. Therefore, the illusion of Maya is at once dissipated as soon as one's full energy is converted. So, if you want to get over this illusion of Maya, what do we have to do? Our full energy has to be converted in the service of the Lord instead of in sense gratification, sense enjoyment. So our energy should not be used for sense enjoyment. Energy should be used, should all our energy should be used in the service of the Lord. From the personal example of Sri Narada Muni in his previous birth, it is clear that the service of the Lord begins with the service of the Lord's bona fide servant. So this is the most important instruction from this verse. Hmm. Service of the Lord begins with the service of the Lord's bona fide servants. The Lord says that the service of his servants is greater than his personal service. Service of servants is greater than his personal service. Service of the devotee is more valuable than the service of the Lord. One should therefore choose a bona fide servant. So please note here, there's a process of choice. One should therefore choose a bona fide servant of the Lord, constantly engaged in his service, accept such a servant as the spiritual master, and engage himself in his spiritual master's service. So first of all, one has to choose a guru. It's not a blind default process. One has to choose a guru. And what is the quality of the guru? He must be constantly engaged in Lord service. And we should accept such a person, such a servant of the Lord, as the spiritual master. And we should engage ourselves in his service. Such a spiritual master is the transparent medium by which to visualize the Lord, which is beyond the conception of the material senses. Transparent medium by which to visualize the Lord, meaning by their descriptions, by because they have seen the truth. So they would have had realizations. By what they say, we can understand what the Lord is, how to serve him, etc. Of course, for us, we are very fortunate because Srila Prabhupada, this is a very, very unique situation for us. Because previously, when a person comes to the Guru, there is no knowledge at all. There is no gnana, chakshurunmilitam mena. Then the Guru starts giving transcendental knowledge. But for us, we are so fortunate. Actually, we are already got knowledge from Srila Prabhupada, who is all our Shiksha Guru. And then his disciples are also repeating the same knowledge. So we will again, through the realizations of those realized souls, we will understand what Srila Prabhupada has written, because many times we can't understand what Prabhupada has written because we are not realized. And those realized souls, because they've realized things, they will be able to help us understand and help us practice, in line with what Srila Prabhupada has written. So they are the transparent medium. They will help us to visualize the Lord by following the instructions. By service of the bona fide spiritual master, Lord consents to reveal himself in proportion to the service rendered. So this is most important. It is all in proportion to the service rendered to the Guru. Okay, I have a question for anybody who understands this topic of Guru and initiation. Is it required that a Guru knows that I have rendered service to him? Because here it is saying that it is in proportion to the service render. And we say, Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado. Right? So which means that if the Guru is pleased, then Krishna is pleased. Now, how do I please the Guru? Should I go, of course, I should first hear his instructions, then I should follow his instructions. And then should that information go back to the Guru saying that, okay, I have followed the instruction. Is it required?
No, Prabhuji, it is not required.
It's not required. Okay, then what happens? How does the mercy flow?
When you're serving, the mercy will flow, Prabhuji. It does not have to come in like the Guru does not have to be aware of it. But when you're serving somebody, the mercy will flow, Prabhu.
Yeah, but how does it work?
I mean, like the Guru is aware of it. It somehow reaches, and through it's a chain. It is a chain, no problem. He is aware of it. I don't know how it is, but you don't have to tell him. You just don't have to tell him.
Okay, is the Guru aware?
And you can somewhere you can feel. There is he knows.
Okay.
that there is that vibration which tells you that he knows, and even if he doesn't know, Prabhu, it's your duty to do render service to him. Like you're not
Mm.
wanting truths from him, no, Prabhu. It's your duty to serve him.
Mm.
Like a chaste wife serves the husband, whether she's like you have an example of Kadamomini and this thing. Like she just served him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now my specific question is, in the absence of Guru in front of us,
Yes,
is it
Prabhu.
required that the Guru knows that I am following some instruction of his? Okay, anybody else wants to add anything to this?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
So, in the absence of Guru, if we are following his Vani, whatever Guru is telling, and if we are sincerely, without any objections, if we are following that Vani, and if we surrender ourselves to that Vani, then automatically the mercy will flow, Prabhu.
Then a mercy will flow. Okay. Okay. So okay, can my specific question, does the Guru know actually that we are doing something?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Guru don't need to know about our, whether we are following it or not. We don't need to expect, because Krishna is in our heart as Paramatma, and in his heart as
Yeah.
also Paramatma.
Correct.
So
Yes.
he will. There is no curtain between him and Krishna.
Yeah.
So I had a question like long time back, but I got this answer. So
Yeah.
he's directly connected with Paramatma. So
Yes.
he will know.
Actually, yeah. So this is very important to understand. Actually, there are two things that are happening. One is we should understand we have got connected to the parampara, and the Guru is a transparent medium. So when we say Ese Prasadat Bhagavad Prasado, just by following the Guru's instructions, actually starting from Krishna, the whole parampara is pleased because they are seeing our actions, right? And automatically the mercy will flow. So it is not required that we go stand in front of the Guru and show off or post of our whatever we have done, which I see many devotees end up doing, right? Which is mundane, which means they have not understood what is the position of Guru. Right, Guru is a transparent. That is why this word transparent via media. Prabhupada uses this word transparent, meaning transparent. He doesn't have to really know. Actually, it's just because his words are actually treated are so important, because he's representing the parampara. So when he's trying to do something and says, "Okay, do this," it's as good as being the order of the parampara, right? So when we follow it, then the whole parampara is pleased. So automatically the mercy flows. And regarding this question whether Guru knows, it depends on whether Krishna wants the Guru to know or not. It's not like it's not some magic which is happening, right? Paramatma is in his heart. Paramatma is in our heart. If required, the Guru can know, right? But it is not like Guru will know things that are being done by all his disciples, day in, day out, what services they are doing, what challenges they are facing. No, it's not like that. It's not some magic, right? That omniscience only the Lord can have, right? But if Krishna desires, Krishna wills, then he can reveal something to Guru at the right time, when required, etc. Right? But we should understand there is no need. There's no need. It's just built in. Just our sincerity to follow Guru's instruction automatically makes us, we are eligible for the mercy, which is flowing. Actually, the mercy is originating from Krishna, right? Through the parampara acharyas are even more pleased. Like we always keep hearing, grandfather is more merciful than the father. So like that, the previous acharyas will be more merciful, and they will bestow their mercy, which will flow through to Guru, because our identification, GPS location is whatever ABCD Dasa dot Guru Maharaj name dot, like that, right? So which means that it will come through Guru saying, oh, who is this person? Oh, okay, this person is disciple of this, so and so on and so forth, and so it automatically comes, right? There is no, it can't go wrong. It can't be that we don't get mercy if we follow the instructions. Yeah, Rohini Mataji.
Yeah, Prabhu. I would like to share a pastime of Prabhupada. So that's where I got this question, like, how does how Guru or Prabhupada knows what is happening in our heart. So in Hawaii, I think in the temple, he sent some devotees there to maintain the temple, and the devotees started working, and eventually she or he, I think, they fell out of out of this Krishna consciousness, and they were more into materialistic thing. And then when Prabhupada visited the temple, and again I think she was serving the deities, and at one time instantly she felt all what happened from the beginning, why she came there and what's happening now. And then she understood okay, I'm doing mistake. Then with the repentation mode, she turned back to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada, as if he's hearing what is happening in her heart, he just nodded his head. I was wondering in how does Prabhupada knows what's happening in his heart. So that's
yeah, when
yeah.
it is required, it is revealed. It is revealed. And of course, I mean, different. Yeah. So this is the technical answer is that it could be not just Prabhupada, even any spiritual master for that matter. If the Paramatma wants it, it gets revealed to the Guru. So we don't have to be in doubt. Actually, initial years of Krishna consciousness, I was always having this doubt, saying that what should I do? I'm following, but but my Guru doesn't know anything about what I'm following his instruction. And then yeah, this got answered. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Can I tell past time? Prabhu, just
Yes.
now
Yes.
happened
Please.
actually. When last time Guru Maharaj was here, actually my Guru Maharaj is here.
Mm-hmm.
So you all were going to Vrindavan, about 100 plus something.
Yeah. You told. Yeah.
So I got a message from my Guru Maharaj about morning 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Okay, I'll come on Sunday or something actually.
Yeah, Sunday.
Sunday. So then I thought, okay, so many people will be going, they will be deprived from the mercy and darshan. So I called my secretary. I said, so many people are going, and if you can, he said, no, Prabhu, it's not possible. Health is not good. Already we have checked out program Sunday only. I said, fine, okay. I left it. 3:30. Suddenly I got call from Guru Maharaj only. Who was serving the time? He said Guru Maharaj is telling he'll be coming 3:30 evening today only. First he will come to your house, then he'll come to temple. I said, by the time it will be late, first let him come to temple only. Then we'll check out program. I said, let they. Then he came and they have darshan or something. We went in a room when he was having his prasad. He said, Ankul, you know why I came today? I said, he said, Krishna told me in my heart that you have to go today. So for that I came actually. I said, yes, Guru Maharaj, because 150 devotee would have deprived your mercy and like that actually.
They're so constantly in touch with Krishna that this is what that is why when we serve so closely these exalted souls, like what Prabhupada is saying in Bhagavad Gita, saying Krishna directly controls the senses of his pure devotees. We can see, right? We can actually see it in practice. And these things should actually inspire us to serve. And also at some point in our life, we should also come to this stage where Krishna is happy to instruct us directly, and that we are so transparent in or just completely surrendered. Thank you, Prabhu. Wonderful. Utilization of the human energy in the service of the Lord is the progressive path of salvation. So the whole emphasis here is actually how we should use our human energy, that this surrender to Guru, right? Follow his instructions. First of all, we have to know the instructions of Guru, right? And this is why I keep highlighting, emphasizing the need for Shravanam, right? If we don't do Shravanam, how will we know what the Guru wants? And I've seen many a times, in fact, seen many a times actually, devotees are actually almost like ignoring Guru's instructions. I don't want to go into specifics, but so clearly messages are being communicated by Guru, but disciples don't. First, they don't hear. Second, they don't follow. Now, if you don't hear, and even after hearing, if you don't follow, Sri Srila Prabhupada his Guru Maharaj told him, saying that go preach in the West. That was just a general, like casual conversation, right? Like nothing. No, it was not like some serious. Okay, go tomorrow types, right? He just said, yeah, you should just go and preach in the West. No, Prabhupada, the sincerity, right? This is to see, understand how sincere we have to be, right? Prabhupada, he took his whole life to prepare. It was not that he had ignored. We should understand. We should, you should not ask saying that, oh, his guru told him so many years back. Why did he go, such so many years he took to execute his that order? Yeah, because not every order can be executed immediately. It requires qualification. It requires preparation. And Prabhupada prepared to execute the order of his Guru Maharaj for his whole life. And then he gave up, his pastime of giving up this body right in the middle of that service, which was the order of his Guru. Right. So, first thing is we should not ignore. We should not hear from this ear and leave from other. Leave from the other day. I was discussing with one devotee. He was saying that there's one guru who says that 5 a.m. everybody, all his disciples have to do Mangalarti, and then he said nobody does. So what is the use then? What is the use of getting initiated when the guru is saying, do Mangalarti? We should do Mangalarti. Simple. End of story. Right? Now, many people say, I don't know. I don't know that my Guru Maharaj said this. Yeah, so then, yeah, how will you know if you don't hear? And then, yeah, people also come up with this practical thing saying that, I am Kannada speaking. None of the gurus actually speak Kannada. And I said, no problem. Go and hold on to some devotees who can understand the language in which Guru is speaking and then get translation. Pester devotees, beg, fall at their feet, do something, and get, understand. Why will devotees refuse? Right? But this requires sincerity, and somebody needs to have told that the devotee first, saying that, you have to hear from your guru and you have to follow his instructions. But if people end up getting initiated without actually even understanding this basic fact, they will never understand what the whole process of Diksha is. They will never surrender to the Guru. They will not get the mercy. Unfortunately, see, the problem is they will not get any additional mercy. And their own chanting, etc., is always, it's full of Nama Parada. So, how will they make progress? So, we have to educate people. We have to educate every devotee, right? To first say that, you have to hear from your guru. At least you should, if you're not heard for whatever, like reasons of language, etc., at least you should know these are the 10 things your guru likes or wants his disciples to do. And only after that, if you are ready to do that, then you get initiated. Right? And after initiation, make sure that you try to follow them. Now, if there is some instruction which we may not be able to follow today, it's okay. We can keep desiring, we can keep praying that at some point of time I should be able to follow this. And our whole life should be just, for this, just we should just offer our life to just follow the instructions of Guru. And this is something that has to happen. It has to happen. Otherwise, it's like, it's actually incomplete. The whole process of initiation is incomplete. So those devotees will not get the mercy. They will not get the full mercy because they will not know how to utilize their human energy, right? Because their energy should be used in the service of the Guru. This is a very, very important thing, which unfortunately we have not systematized this, and this is resulting in lot of issues. Right, and even people who actually are educated, they're able to read, etc. He understand whatever. They don't have any language barriers. They are not hearing at all. They're not hearing at all. And nowadays, hearing has become entertainment. I ask so many devotees, are you hearing every day? They say, yes, I'm hearing. Whom are you hearing? Some famous personalities on the internet. That's all. I said, okay, that's fine. Have you heard? Do you hear your Guru Maharaj? They say, no. Have you heard Prabhupada? They say, no. Okay, what have you learned from this hearing that you have been doing at least? They have nothing very clear to share. Just, oh, it was a great class. I said, okay, very good. What did you learn? How is it going to help you serve your Guru and Krishna better? No clarity. This kind of hearing is useless, literally. Right? Some entertainment value it has become today. So we have to train. I mean, I'm saying it is impossible. Uh, things will not just get rectified by itself. It is a responsibility of all of us who are hearing this to tell people and help them, saying that no, you have to hear, somehow figure it out, right? So we have to hear and we should desire to follow, because otherwise no mercy, no mercy. Not following instructions of Guru means yes, aprasadat, right? Displeasing the Guru. Not following Guru's instructions means displeasing the Guru. It's a very simple thing, right? See, no Guru will come and tell us saying that directly, you do this, because they are also worried. Disciples are so fallen that they will just reject it, and it will result in them not getting mercy. So Gurus are also so careful. You may try to do this, they'll say. Because they are also concerned about our lack of commitment. Right? So it's a very unfortunate state. It should be like Guru should come and say, do this, and we should give up our whole life for doing that. Only then we can go to Krishna. Otherwise, it's just time pass. The whole cosmic. Yes, bro.
Prabhupada, when Prabhupada disciple wants to divorce, then other came and told Prabhupada, you given permission to divorce? Prabhupada said yes. But if I would have not given, he would have ultimately he would have divorced.
He would have anyway
and he would
divorced
have done offense to Guru also.
Yeah, Guru Rapagya. Yeah.
So at least I have saved you from the offense to Guru actually.
Yeah. I mean, this is a very important point actually Prabhu is making. See, sometimes Gurus are they're so compassionate, merciful, that they will possibly say yes, nod their heads in accordance to what we want. But actually, disciples should be intelligent enough to understand that no, I am pushing my Guru to do this, right? So this is not right, but because I am such a fallen disciple, that Guru is having to accept this, right? And we should not take advantage of this and just make sure that we just keep going in the wrong direction, right? And force Guru to just accept whatever we are doing. This is not right. But yeah, they are so merciful. We should not misuse their mercy.
And that language was not very. Prabhupada also was not doing Spanish, German or something like that way. But he got disciples, so they were able to understand because sincerity was there, and Prabhupada used to explain them actually by somebody was translating. It is our desire should be there. I have to listen to my Guru, and whether language is there or not there, that is indifferent actually.
No, but Prabhu, see, there's a slight difference here. See, when Srila Prabhupada was there, none of these people had any previous culture of, Krishna consciousness.
Yeah.
So their introduction was actually through hearing through Prabhupada only.
Yes.
Right. So first they would hear. Somehow somebody will translate. Something will happen, but they will hear. Right. But today our situation is such that we don't hear.
First of thing, Prabhu, this internet has just spoiled everything. Actually, so much. Everything in YouTube, this thing is a benefit also, but is a spoiled thing also. Actually, nobody wants to read. Everybody wants to read from mobile. Nobody wants to read from books like that way. Actually, that is the thing. Actually,
let him give the class.
Yeah. No, that is correct. Actually, and actually, I've in one more class I had said saying that there is an order in which we should hear, even if we are hearing from apart from Srila Prabhupada. First is and we should make this like a rule. Like every devotee has to first read Prabhupada's books and hear from Prabhupada. Now, if they don't have the ability to read, they should be read too. Right, like some facility has to be created so that they will be read. The books should be read, at least the important ones, right? And they understand, and some facility has to be created for that. And even Shravanam, right? Like Prabhupada's lectures. So if somebody can't understand English, then his English lectures should be translated, or somebody has to. This responsibility has to be taken up by all of us. Somehow, if it can be organized, it will be much better. So first is hearing from Prabhupada, what he's saying in his books and his lectures. Second is when new devotees come into the temple, we should always say, don't hear from anybody else. Just first hear from Prabhupada, then hear from possible spiritual masters, because the next most important decision for a disciple, for a devotee, is initiation. So for him to be able to decide whom to get initiated from, he or she should hear from other possible initiating spiritual masters, which of course, I mean, for those who don't have, who are not internet savvy, etc., they won't know. So maybe some, like we can say these are the different gurus whose disciples are there in this temple, etc. So they can hear from them, either from, and they can approach those disciples if they have language challenges. They can approach those disciples and take their help to kind of at least understand about Guru, etc. Once this hearing is done, only as a third level, actually, Shivram Maharaj has written this book called Shiksha Guru. So in which he says that actually subsequent to this also, hearing should happen ideally from a disciple of that guru, ideally, right? Or from a person who is also aligned with the understanding or expectations of a guru, right? Which means a Shiksha Guru has to be in line with the Diksha Guru, right? From whom we should be hearing. So this is actually the process, but unfortunately, this process is not being followed, and this is creating a lot of havoc in ISKCON because many of these lectures online on the internet, etc. They have no intention for those casual hearing. This is right, but when we do serious hearing is when we actually make progress. So which can happen only only under a representative of the guru, right? That is the whole point. A representative of the guru we have to surrender to a representative of guru if we don't have access to guru, and hear from him, right? And that is when one will actually be able to understand what is my guru saying, what is it that I need to do, and the representative will also possibly help us to actually implement some of these things. This was a default process previously, because when Srila Prabhupada was there, all Vani was only originating from him. But with after his manifest, whatever he unmanifested himself, with presence of so many gurus and opportunities to hear from various Vaishnavas, there has to be some discipline that devotees have to follow. Otherwise, they cannot make serious progress. So because it'll all be each and every person has their own focus on while preaching, right? Somebody is preaching for non-devotees, right? Now, there'll be such a diluted message that even practicing devotees are enamored by those lectures, but they don't understand that actually it's not meant for them, right? It's meant for some new people to attract them into Krishna consciousness. Now, how by hearing those lectures are we going to become serious in our bhakti? And people don't understand this, right? So it's just creating a lot of havoc, right? And people don't know, unfortunately, right? And if you say,
you told one very major point, the Shiksha Guru actually, because I've seen people take like a fashion as a Shiksha Guru. Arey Baba, you can just think he's a soft person, soft sannyasi like that. So many disciples, he takes Shiksha Guru. Arey Baba, again, then we can, as you said, from book, that is again, Shiksha Guru is as good as Diksha Guru only, actually. Maybe not the same platform, but he is as good
no,
as
it is the same
Guru.
platform. It is the same platform, Prabhu. Actually, Shivram Maharaj, it's a beautiful book. Everybody should get this. Shiksha Guru. There is a book by Shivram Maharaj. He says he's written Shiksha Guru, right? And he says actually there is no difference. When we say Guru, whether it is Shiksha Guru or Diksha Guru, it is the same. The level of respect that the person has to, the devotee has to give to these gurus, irrespective whether it is Diksha. That is why Shiksha Guru position is not very cheap. It's not like anybody and everybody can become Shiksha Guru, right? So if a person is actually considered as Shiksha Guru, he should be treated as good as Diksha Guru. In fact, the process is the Shiksha Guru becomes the Diksha Guru, meaning the person whom you're hearing from, who is guiding you, then eventually he'll also be a initiating spiritual master, and you get initiated from him, right? And you continue to hear from him. This is the actual process, right? But unfortunately, this is not happening again, and it's a big challenge. Okay, the whole cosmic creation becomes a.
We should put actually this should be one actually some you should know some questions about Shiksha Guru also in our while taking initiation should ask. candidates actually. That will be a better, more further kind of like giving knowledge to kind of candidates actually.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, bro.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you, bro. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Hi. The whole cosmic creation, okay, just 3 lines, I'll finish. The whole cosmic creation becomes at once identical with the Lord as soon as service in relation with the Lord is rendered under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master. So this is very important. Again, under the guidance, the expert spiritual master knows the art of utilizing everything to glorify the Lord, and therefore, under his guidance, the whole world can be turned into the spiritual abode by the divine grace of the Lord's servant. But this guidance, like again, just re-emphasizing this guidance is very, very important. It's not a casual conversation of, okay, I have a guru. Guidance is absolutely required. And again, big challenge comes up. Gurus are so busy traveling. How will I get guidance? So this is again another big issue which needs to be addressed. Of course, we cannot address it. The individual gurus need to address it, but maybe this problem statement is already known. And the process has to be set up for this, for getting guidance. For example, I've seen that if devotees can't reach, or they don't want to talk about something to their guru, they will go and talk to somebody whom they know, etc., who might be senior to them, etc., etc., right? But we should not just take anybody's advice as guidance as same as guru's guidance, right? Unless the guru has actually authentically authorized that person, saying that any questions that come to me, they don't have to come to me. You can answer on my behalf. And if a guru has given the authority to somebody, then that person can take that authority and then actually answer everything. But if the guru has not given such an authority, then we should be humble enough to take those questions to the guru, right? Of course, I mean, this is not day to day, like, what should I do? What should I eat? What should I wear kind of stuff, right? But any significant decision, any significant decision, and what is a significant decision? Anything which has a possibility to affect our spiritual life is a significant decision. It could be even simple thing like change of job, change of city, change of temple, marriage, divorce, children. It could be any of these, because any of these can significantly change our life, right? It is very, very important that the guidance comes directly from the guru or his authorized representative. This is also again very, very important, because I've seen so-called Shiksha gurus, due to their own lack of complete surrender, have given decisions which has very adversely affected people. I know, because then people somehow, I came to know, heard that this is the thing, and then I asked, "Hey, how come, if Maharaj has told this, then this should be, this should be the right decision." Then they said, no, they didn't go to the Maharaj at all. They went to, this person who's very senior devotee, and then that person told this, and then I was shocked, saying that, this is not the right, this didn't look like the right decision, right? And then we can't undo any of these decisions, right? And it was about a person who was married, decided to divorce by the advice of somebody who is not an authorized representative of their guru, right? So it's a havoc. It just creates havoc in a devotee's life, and guru can't take up that also, right? Because it's almost like free will, that the devotee used their own free will, because they went and approached some person. That person at least should have known that I am not eligible to actually guide on this topic, on this problem statement, and that it should be, he should have been humble enough to just tell that devotee, saying that please write to your Guru Maharaj. He didn't do that. And of course, this is just one instance. I'm sure there'll be tons of such things happening, because initiation is done and then we just forget. We think that that's the end of our relationship with Guru. So these things, again, I mean, this is all. So I don't know, actually. Unfortunately, when I got initiated, this IDC course was not there. So I don't know. I've gone through the topics of this IDC, but it doesn't look like it is giving a very clear understanding of what exactly needs to be done. What are the things that a disciple needs to follow, etc., etc., right? And also, this IDC should not be done 2 days before initiation. It should be done along with Srila Prabhupada Ashraya. When people come to position of actually writing the Srila Prabhupada Ashraya paper, immediately they should do IDC, because at that point of time only they should start thinking about Guru. If they already thought about the Guru, that means that it is not based on a complete understanding, right? Because then they should have already answered Srila Prabhupada Ashraya, completed that paper. So little bit process is become haywire. It will result in problems going forward as well. So it will be good to actually make people, not allow people to take any decisions on Guru till they come to Prabhupada Ashraya and also hear the IDC. And hopefully IDC will give them a clear understanding, saying that there is a process for choosing a Guru and there's a responsibility of the disciple post initiation, and these are the things that they can do, they should not do, etc., etc. So that this whole initiation becomes a more fruitful event in the devotee's life. Okay, so that I'll stop here. Hare Krishna. Any questions, any comments?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
So, one question, Prabhu.
Yeah.
So in the purport, it is there like we need the guidance of Guru, and we need Guru for that mercy to flow, and
Yeah.
many things are there.
Mm.
But one question I had from long time, like even though the Ritviks, they are not accepting any Guru, how they are, I mean, they are able to successfully distributing books, building temples. How that, from where that mercy is flowing, still not getting
No,
Prabhu.
what have they done successfully? I don't know what they have done successfully,
No,
but
they are distributing books, right, Prabhu?
Prabhu,
Srila
they have
Prabhupada books,
distributed 30 lakh. No, they have distributed 30 lakh books of Srila Prabhupada in Karnataka. Okay. How many people have become
and
devotees? How many people have
but
become
devotees
devotees?
are there, right, Prabhu?
How many people are there? How many? No. My question is, how many people have become devotees after reading those books? Right? See,
But
any
we can
organization can
see,
grow.
Prabhu.
Yeah, see, any organization can grow, right? Today, for example, there are not even proper, authentic spiritual organizations. We don't have to go into. Actually, this is also one of those, right? But everybody is growing. Everybody is growing, and the people who are there in those other organizations, whatever they are talking is nothing related to spirituality. Still, they are growing. So we cannot say that this is actual mercy. Actual mercy means actually when somebody life, I mean, like when they achieve love of God, right? How can an institute, right, which is headed by a person who has rejected his own guru, give any benefit to anybody? How can there be any mercy flowing? It's just Maya. That's all right now. Till it falls, till things start breaking apart, it just looks like something is working. And it just looks like it's just a business enterprise that is running. Right? There's nothing else. Distributing books. See, today actually you can Prabhupada. See, the only thing that they're doing, right, which is very good, is that they have taken shelter of Prabhupada, right? So on one end, it's like it's like pressing the legs of the of Guru, and the other side like that, uh, hitting the leg of the Guru. It's like that, right? So somewhere some mercy might. I'm not an expert in this, but in this topic, but what they're doing is wrong. So one thing is very clear. Shivram Maharaj in his book says that this is not going to give love of God, right? So these people who are going through this process, they might get somewhere, but they cannot get, because they're chanting Hare Krishna. So they're chanting Hare Krishna, right? And Hare Krishna, chanting Hare Krishna doesn't require any parampara, any guru, any initiation. So they will get somewhere, but he says that they will not get love of Krishna. So I will look that up. I had read that. I can't exactly recollect what he had written. I'll possibly look at that and reply, right? But we cannot necessarily say by their just what they are doing externally that they have got mercy. Because actually when they are misrepresenting the whole parampara, how can they get mercy from the parampara? But yeah, I'm not an expert in this topic.
Okay, Prabhu.
Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, can I add
Yeah.
something?
Yeah,
Like,
please.
in your previous one or two classes previously, you had said one, like, it's right. The sins can be easily forgiven. A Vaishnava aparad will not be forgiven.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
this whole,
Vaishnava aparad will not be forgiven.
so this whole some past Shruti he must have done. So he must have got the name, fame, everything. He's enjoying everything. And another very this thing is, even the Guru Maharaj is still accepted, is not rejected him.
See there, that is the answer.
Guru Maharaj has
That is
told
the answer.
many a times. So what if he's rejected? I have not rejected him. I've heard this from my Guru Maharaj so many times.
So that is the answer. That is the answer to that, right? So because that mercy has not been withdrawn, he's able to do something. Yeah. Okay, got the answer. Okay, great. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, anything else? Anybody? Okay, we'll end here. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Jagat Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyo Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.